What's up, guys? Welcome back to video 3 of the Let's Talk Fat Loss installment series. And this episode is going to be all about IVRY Fitness and what exactly we do. So the reason I think this is relevant is the first video, I sat there and I talked to you about everything that's preventing most people from getting the results they really want. The second video was sort of a life raft saying, hey, like this is how you would do it if you were to actually go about doing it. And I think it just makes sense to jump in for this third video and say, we literally built IVRY Fitness, the IVRY brand, around this idea of helping well-intentioned people get the results that they want, but they haven't been able to get because they either don't know how, they've been misled by fitness myths in the industry for too long, or some other reason of millions that it could be. So let's jump into it. What is IVRY Fitness? It's a body recomposition company. We built a brand around this idea that there are people out there who want to feel more confident in their skin. They want to have a healthier body composition. They want to build lean muscle. Dang it, I said lean muscle. Everybody says lean muscle. All muscle is lean. People want to build more muscle. People want to lose body fat. They want to do both at the same time. Maybe you can do that, maybe you can't. So we built IVRY for all of those people. And the reason we did it is because both Josh and I stumbled and spun our wheels for so long when it comes to fitness in our 20s. And so at the end of our 20s, the end of that decade, we were like, let's build a company. It sounds crazy, but let's do it, and let's help people achieve their fat loss goals, and let's walk people through all the mistakes, help them avoid all the mistakes that we made along the way. So specifically, I'm going to walk you through sort of what happens when you click on that little button in our website, ping, that says interested in IVRY. And what happens is you're going to get sent to this page. We're going to ask you to fill out a little bit of information. It's going to bomb us with an email just to basically say, hey, I'm interested. And in general, like, this is me. These are my goals. This is my experience with my body, with fat loss, with body recomposition. Should we talk? And from there, we're going to reach out with basically a consultation call. You're going to talk to us, and it's the least salesy call of all time because we figure that you came to us because you cared enough to do it. So we're just going to chat through stuff, talk about whether it's a good idea. You have a chance to ask questions about how it all works, but hopefully if you're watching this video, you'll know better than most by the time you get there. After that, Josh and I basically accumulate what we call a lifestyle proposal, which is essentially we capture all of the information you give us from the input form and of course the phone call that we have with you, and we essentially propose what it would take for you in your life based on everything you told us to start going toward that goal that you set for us. So we're going to give you recommendations on probably guesstimations on initial caloric intake. We're going to give you macro recommendations. We're going to give you step count recommendations. We're going to talk you through what kind of training you might be able to do. We're going to talk you through meal timing based on your life. If you have a super unique life, that's the beauty of coaching. No program is going to apply to everybody on the internet, and that's what stinks about it. But the beauty of individualized coaching is that you are now the sole focus. So for example, if you're a nurse or something and you work super long shifts and you just legitimately don't have time to eat, we structure your diet plan around that. So basically all I'm trying to say here is that we take you into account 100% because you are the client. At that point, you have the chance to either accept the proposal, give us a 2 thumbs up, or you just chime in respectively and say, hey, this looks really good. I'm not totally sure I can commit to all of this. And what we essentially do is we rewind to what's doable. So a good way to put this, sort of like a phrase that I've coined, is we pitch you what we think would be absolutely optimal for your results. The path of least resistance, the best approach, the most effective approach. And then you rewind with us to what you think you can commit to, because sustainability is paramount. If you can't get excited about the sustainability of your plan, we have no chance as your coaches in getting you the results that you want. Does being a military instructor and being super hardcore and just bossing people around work for a little while? Yeah, but what happens every time you get burnt out? You start to hate us and you gain all of the fat back that we lost in that short amount of time. Long story short, Josh and I play the long game. At IVRY Fitness, you're going to get evidence-based methodologies in both training and nutrition. So we're not bitching you like fitness mumbo jumbo that you're used to seeing on tabloids. We're not going to be shoving fat burner pills down your throat. In fact, we don't have any recommended supplements. The only thing we might recommend to some people is a protein supplement, just because protein needs are important. It can be a more effective way in terms of your finances to get the protein you need without buying all kinds of proteins all the time. But I'm getting tangential, and that's not the point. Another good way of putting what we do is that we just bring a systemized approach to something that you never probably realized could be systematic. I think a lot of times when people are considering a fat loss goal, they just sort of have like one image of what it's supposed to look like. And it's you eating a lot of leafy salads, eating probably a little bit of protein like chicken breast 8 times a day, and then never for sure eating pizza, for sure never eating ice cream, for sure never eating all kinds of hyper palatable treats that we love. And that's just sort of like what you see in your mind when you think about fat loss. The cool thing about IVRY is we don't have to do it that way. We just play by the rules of calories in, calories out, thermodynamics, energy balance, macronutrient distribution, high protein diets, training for hypertrophy, training for other methodologies. It's just science, and we're just playing with tools to make it work for the individual. That's all it is. We don't have any gimmicks. We don't have any tricks. We don't have any fat loss potions. We don't have any bronzing oils to make you look super skinny on Instagram. It's just old school stuff. And because our marketing in terms of like being just like science-based stuff is so unsexy, that's why I feel good saying it, because you're used to seeing a bunch of scammy stuff, a bunch of clickbaity stuff, things that promise hollow promises, and we don't do that. So to answer the question, how can IVRY help you? We're just gonna bring systems to your life. You're gonna get spreadsheets with us. You're gonna get great communication from us. You're gonna get specifics. You are gonna get all access to us whenever you sign up as a client. So in terms of how can we help you? I mean, the answer is infinite, but basically, if you do what we say, you're gonna get results. And we'll leave it there. So thank you so much again for tuning into this series called Let's Talk Fat Loss. Hopefully it has been just that, everything that you could want to know about fat loss, and just sort of dialoguing with me through what fat loss looks like, how you could apply it to your own life, and then also just sort of a way to get our business out there to you guys and let you know what we actually do and how we actually create sustainable plans for people to achieve their goals. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're super interested in keeping up with me. And as always, if you want to be a superhero, smash the notification bell. We'll check in with you guys next time.